Hello everyone and welcome back to another delivery flight. Today it's actually going to be this lovely aircraft here. This is an A350, an Airbus A350-900. Really nice aircraft. Definitely not the spot that I should have actually parked it in, but yeah, there we go. That is that's life, to be honest. There aren't actually any spots that I could find that were big enough to park this. Anyway, we are going to get straight into it because there are many things that need to be done to get this aircraft going. It is basically the same sort of aircraft as the A320, so there's lots of things in here that are very similar to the A320. Obviously we've got extra screens on here, but the main set of stuff is the same. Obviously a lot more switches, more complicated aircraft. So first thing to do is battery 1, battery 2, emergency batteries, then all of these various batteries here. Okay. Now, systems have now loaded up, so that's good. We need to go into here, ground service, there's open all, ground equipment. We're going to ask for some ground power, get some stairs, chocks, passenger bus, fuel truck, luggage, don't need air conditioning, cleaning, there we go. Right, next thing, aircraft, passengers. This is not a very busy flight because it's a delivery flight, there's only 10 passengers. As for load, it's only 3 tons, so I think it's that, yep. So, implement those, exactly. Fuel, I believe, is 12,693. So let's implement that. Perfect. Right. Next thing to do is to get some external power. There you go. And that will bring these to life. We just go down here, we can have a look at the electrics. So AC, we've got some AC, that's the emergency batteries, it's the external, okay. DC, we've got all the batteries here, everything is looking good. Right, we go back to the status menu. Why do I not have anything here? Why? I believe there's something that I am supposed to do. No. There was something. I think I need to turn the bus tie on. There we go. So, we've got the power done. I'm going to try and get through this as quickly as possible. So, FMS. If we go to the initialization page. This is flight number UKB 00045. No, it's not. It's UKB 0045. No. Company route. That's the one. So we'll apply that. Now, there is a bit of an annoying bug in this aircraft, which is that there are no SIDS and stars. Yes, it's quite annoying, to be perfectly honest. So I have to manually put in SIDS and stars. Okay, so you'll have to excuse me while I try and remember my controls. This one here, ADR IRS, get those turned on. Then we can go back down here and we can align the IRS. Not available for 9 minutes. That's fine. We've got other things that we need to do first. So let's go into the power. Aircraft on battery power check. Everything's done. Okay. ECAM auto mode, yep. NSS to avionics, that's up here. So NSS to avionics, cabin data to NSS, gate link on. Cooling on and cabin fans on. Where's the cooling? I lost this last time. Cooling on, cabin fans on. Don't know what that is, we'll turn it on. If it's white, it shouldn't be on. APU start. We're not supposed to actually put the APU on yet, so I think we'll go back. Radios. Both radios are on, yes. Frequencies tuned, yeah. Radio nav standby off. I believe so. Com1 select. Com1 select. Let's just reset them. Com1 is still not selected. I thought that was Com1. Reset. There we go. Volume, okay. There we go. It's on full. Don't know what it's complaining about. Squawk page. So squawk page, yep. Squawk master set. I don't know. Master. There we go. Squawk select. On. Is that right? Yes. APU fire light off. So, okay. APU agent light off. Yep. Perfect. All agent lights off. Yep. Test push button. So, we've got some fire warnings here. So continuous repetitive chime sounds, yep. Master warning light flash, yep. ECAM red alert, engine 1 and 2, yes. All engine and APU switches red. We'll try it again just so we can check that. And all discharge lights on, all fire lights on, engine master on. Right, let's try it again. So, yep, discharge lights are on. Engine master lights have got fire on. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, we've done it. So, like I said, we won't do APU yet. Cockpit prep. Overhead panels. So, captain and purser. Where's it gone? There it is. Oxygen for the crew, on. Okay. Nav light switch on, yes, because we have power. I should have done that already, really. Remaining lights as required. It's daytime, so we don't need any, but we should have the no smoking light on. Ah, we do that in a second. Seatbelt and no smoking, okay. Yep. Crossbleed selector auto, okay. Airflow selector normal. I'm sorry for going up and down all the time, I know it's not great. Temperature selectors as required, yep. ECAM electrical DC page, let's get that up. All battery currents below 60 amps, 5, 5, 15, 54, 15, 0, good. APU generator push button on, not yet because we haven't got the APU on. Generator 1 and 2 fault lights on. Yes. Bus tie to auto, we've done that already. So we'll skip those because we know they're bad. Main fuel pumps on. Yes. Standby fuel pumps on. 1 and 2 fuel pumps on. There's a lot of fuel pumps to put on here. Center tank feed pump, auto, maintenance panel all white. Okay, we'll check the maintenance panel after. Maintenance panel is up here. All white. Yes, looking good. So, cargo air selector as required, yeah. Hydraulic electric pumps, green and yellow. On and on. Right, so that's everything done in there. Center instrument panel. Air data selectors, check. Gear lever down, yeah. Anti-skid should be on. Standby instruments, they look okay. Yep. Pedestal. Wow, that was quick. Survey systems 1. So there is a survey button. I can't remember which one it is. Last time I spent a lot of time trying to find this. Survey systems. Yes, like I said, I wasted a lot of time last time trying to find this. Survey system 1 push button. Survey. That one. And that would imply there's another one here somewhere. No, not the ones. Interesting. Okay, let's go back to the FMS. It's 3 minutes still. Right, we'll just click complete on that. MFD. Survey page, select. Ah, okay. Transponder to auto. We have to do that in here, I think. Yep. TCAS mode. TA, RA, and normal. Okay. Weather, WX auto on. So I know that we have to put all of these on. There we go. Then we put terrain mode on, GPWS, and flaps. Perfect. MFD FMS page. Okay, let's go to the init page. Yes. Flight number filled, from to filled. Okay. Glare shield barrow ref. So, I'm sorry, but I haven't got it set up, so you aren't going to see this. I'm just checking the barrow ref. It's 1027. So, we'll get that changed. Fortunately, I can't scroll on this, which is a little bit annoying. And down here, change that. So yeah, I can scroll on here, but not on the other one. Really weird. Glare shield, okay. ND mode range as required, so for takeoff, I'm going to put you into arc, you into nav. Takeoff range will be 20 for you, and 40 for you. 40, there we go. PFD on, yep. Norfolk on, yep. Speed Mac window dashed, yes. Heading track window dashed. Not yet, because we don't have a plan in. Heading vertical speed dashed, yep. Alt window initial clearance. Yeah, we don't have initial clearance yet, so that's fine. We are obviously skipping some of these steps just because I'm trying to get things done. Let's go back to iOS. Ooh, available in 0 minutes. Good. So before pushback, we need to check the fuel quantity. So if we go down here, get the fuel up, it says total 0. Eh? No, well, that's right. Anyway, not quite sure what it's doing there. Final load sheet check, yeah. 0 fuel weight in FMS, not yet. I don't want to forget that, so. Departure. We will be departing from runway 14 right. As I said, you cannot get any SIDS. Very annoying, but there we go. Nav aids, okay. Fuel and load. This should all be correct. Ah, the iOS is aligned, perfect. 0 fuel weight, okay. What did I say it was going to be? What is my 0 fuel weight? Let's just double check. 145821. 145.8. Block fuel is 12.6, 12.7. Oh, no. 12.7. 0127. There we go. 0 fuel weight CG. Don't remember. Heading here is 00. We will be taking off with flaps 2 because we're not very heavy. So those are going to be our takeoff numbers. What about our CG? I thought I had that in here. Perhaps I do. So, weight 140. This is just our balance. Not actually showing us anything here, is it? Ah, gross weight CG 27. Zero fuel weight. I thought it automatically filled all of this for me. Maybe last time when I flew it, that was why it was handling so terribly on landing. Okay, well, that should be fine. 39.5. Yeah, alright, whatever. I need to try and check afterwards how to get that. So, that's the gross weight. 132,425. Gross weight CG 27%. How does it get that? Let's have a look. Ah yes, I can't use both of them, can I? Forgot about that. Okay, I've got no clue, so I'm going to leave it as it is. Right, so let's return takeoff performance. This is what we've just calculated. So 135, 135, 139. Yes. We're going to go with Toga, but I'll put the flex in as well. It's 57. And the trim setting should be minus 6.5. Transition altitude 6,000, yes, that's right. Okay, flight plan. This is where the fun starts because I have to try and enter in some extra points. Insert next waypoint. Okay, it's called BO 421. Yep, that one please. After that, next waypoint, BO 423. Yep. After that, BO 425. Okay. No? You didn't fancy inserting that one? Oh, what's going on there? What's the next waypoint? BO 425. Some strange reason it does not like that one. Okay. That's fine. What else do I need to do? I do need to program our arrival, which at the moment is expected to be runway 27 right. So go here, put arrival, runway 27 right. Of course there's no approach data, no stars, exactly. Let's just go back down to the bottom, wherever it is. And we're going to be taking Roxo 1H. So I'll put the points in for that. So we've got Roxog, yep. Then after that, Todd. After that, it will be beg tow. Interesting. I have no idea what that's doing. After beg tow, Hazel. Which will be that one. After Hazel, it will be LLS01. Yeah, and then OC. Okay, so now at Ockham, we've got some constraints. We've got a speed constraint, and we've got an altitude. So altitude is at flight level 70. Yep. And speed constraint at OC is 220. Okay, so we've turn. Now got speed constraint and a heading constraint, altitude. There is also a constraint at Hazel. Constraint at Hazel is an altitude constraint only. It's flight level 130. Okay, so that's going to give us a bit of an idea when we should do things. Yeah, see, there's no possibility to add in a top of descent point, which is kind of annoying. Let's delete OC. Not OC, we delete that bit of a gap. Now, if I go and quickly check out this, are there any constraints here? So B0423 must be above 7,000. Yep. And Laku, nothing. Okay, that's fine. So that's the planning done. Performance is done for takeoff, yes. Climb is pre-selected, okay. It's all fine. Noise. Interesting. Fuel and load, we've got all of this. External power needs to be turned off, that's true, it does. Wind, there's nothing on that page. Okay. So, we are now ready to disconnect things. So, let's get back over here. Doors and hatches, close all. Ground equipment. Let's take away all of these guys. And also the ground power. Let's put the master switch on for the APU. We'll get over into APU mode. Looks like nice weather at the moment, which is good. So, start the APU. There we go, we can see it starting to get itself ready. Okay, APU generator should now be available. Perfect, and you can see we just lost a bunch of orange stuff. We can also put the APU bleed on. The packs, we need to put those on. We also need to put the 2 engine bleeds on and the 2 hot air. We'll put all of these on for the cargo. We will also put the heater on in the cargo. We don't really need it, but we will anyway. Let's put all of these pumps on. And up here, we need to turn on. Need to get all of these on. Awesome. That is us ready to go now. There is a pushback control here, but I'm not going to use it because we've got our amazing pushback instead. So, parking brake off, pushback truck call. Right, we won't do that just this second. Instead, let's get better pushback. Here it is. So, because our wings are just, you know, a little bit too big, I think what we're going to have to do, can we fit in between here without smashing the aircraft? No. So instead, we're going to have to push back to there. And then push back to there. So of course you wouldn't normally push back onto a taxiway, but that is exactly what I will be doing this time.
Ground to cockpit, bladder knowledge, call me through the menu when you are ready.
Oh, I love that it has a French accent as well. That's awesome. It's so cool. Right, so let's get the parking brake off in a moment. First of all, we will call him. Start pushback.
Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
I was about to do a French accent until I decided, no, that won't go well. So this aircraft, as you can see, is absolutely lovely. It flies really well. I need to sort out that problem of the zero fuel weight, the zero fuel weight center of gravity, because yeah, it didn't fly very well when I came into landing last time, so that's probably why.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Okay, so connect them. Should we go into tug mode? Oh, hello. Oh, hello you as well. We're just going to drive through some people by the looks of it. Always good to drive through people. Now I want to go back into my normal view so we can see this happening in better detail. Of course, with this being such a long aircraft, that is quite difficult.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Release parking brakes. Okay, we can do that. Let's just go here. Release those parking brakes. So,
starting pushback, and you may start engines.
We may start engines. Okay. So, go into here. Engine start. Beacon light turn on. Yes, indeed. APU bleed available. ECAM auto mode. So, let's get it into auto mode. Engine start selector needs to go to start. Engine master 1 on. And then let's just monitor everything. Make sure it's all looking good. I'm also very interested to see how this turn goes, because of course I have programmed the most ridiculous turn in the world. You can see engine 1 coming on as well, which is cool. Okay, engine 1 is almost ready, almost available. So it looks like we haven't hit any aircraft, which is good. So engine 1 is now available. Engine 2, we'll put that on. apparently there's some problems with the survey system. That'll be because I need to put these on, won't it? Those are the survey buttons we were talking about earlier. Muppet. Muppet! So engine 2 is now available. We're just finishing pushback. After start. Let me zoom in. Parking brake on. Can't do that yet. Engine start selected to normal.
Complete. Set parking brake.
Now we can do it.
Disconnecting tow. Standby.
APU bleed can now be turned off. Yes, it can. Anti-ice is required. Well, it's nice and warm here, 20 degrees, so not a concern for that. APU master switch turn off and the generator turn off. Okay, master switch off, generator off. Ground spoilers arm. Let's disconnect. So that's ground spoilers armed, yes. Flap lever set, so that needs to go to 2. So those are now extending nicely. Because 2 should be plenty ready.
Disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal of the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Okay, that looks good. Pitch trim, so it's minus 6.5. Let's get the flight controls up. Now, I tried last time and the pitch trim selector didn't seem to want to work. So we will try it again. It's here. Is it doing anything? No. Okay. So we need to be down. The only thing is, this aircraft doesn't let you go more than 0 down. But we'll go to minus 6.5, and you can see over here, in fact you can see here, trim as it's changing. So it's telling me this is the right sort of area. There we go. So that is spot on. Perfect. Okay. So pitch trim, check. Ecam status, check. What else do we need? Electrical systems. Passenger data should be turned off. That's the one I left on before. Yeah. FAR 4 is on. Yes, it is. FAR 4 is on. Why did it say it was not? I don't know. Unless maybe it's been modelled incorrectly, and that is the correct way to do it. Anyway, cabin altitude and pressure auto, and then it's time for taxiing. So put the nose lights on. Exactly. Runway turn off lights on as well. Not sure if we need all these lights during the day, but we've got them. Turn the parking brake off, and then thrust levers as required. Okay. We are taking off from runway 14, which means we actually need to go all the way down the runway, all the way down the side. If I open the briefing, fortunately, like I said, I haven't set this up, so you won't be able to see what's going on here, which is unfortunate. So 14 right is this one. So what we'll do then, put a little bit of thrust on. Perfect. Get ourselves back to here. I was messing around with my TrackCat software before, but I just couldn't get it in this aircraft at least to sit nicely. So I found I was moving around far too much. It's just becoming a bit of a nightmare. So, we're not using TrackCat software today. 14 right, we need to get all the way down to the bottom. So we'll cross the runway by here. No, a bit off track there. So what was the final thing? Auto brake. Thrust levers as required, okay. Auto brake and RTO, that is this one. Yeah, we're definitely off track here. And we got our before takeoff checklist. So as you can tell, I'm not so used to taxiing with such a large plane. And I apologise because I wanted to do this really quickly, but it's ended up taking far longer than I wanted to. I mean, I've been recording for 37 minutes now, which is not good, to be honest. I wanted to have this start of the flight done in maybe 15 minutes. Yeah, because of the flight, because of the FMC programming, that does slow things down a bit. In future though, any videos will not be done with the full checklist like this. Let's just check, is Flight Director on? Yes, it is. That is what I want. I believe we can now do our takeoff config check. Cool. Oh, no, that's not good. We are taxiing a little bit fast here, hence why turning is becoming more difficult. But we have got a long way to taxi. And this side of the airport is actually, if I just go to the outside view, this side is actually the Airbus side. So it's where Airbus manufacture the aircraft, which is why you can see them all over there. It's where they do the engine tests and things like that as well. So this runway is used a lot for delivery flights. Well, this airport is used for delivery flights. This runway is used quite a lot as well. Runway 14 right and 32 left. Because it's closer to the Airbus side, so it takes less work to move the aircraft around. So we're going far too fast here. But we are now at the end of the runway. So let's get onto the runway then. I need to put the strobe lights on, landing lights on, taxi lights to on. And because this aircraft is so light, it is very, very easy yes, very, very easy to take off, because I've obviously made it very light. So that's all done. Take off. Start the chrono. Okay. Thrust lever flex toga set. I haven't done that yet. We'll just quickly run through what we have to do. Monitor V1, rotate at VR, landing gear up as soon as we have positive rate, Autopilot as required, thrust lever to climb, PAX push button, excuse me, already on, so that's fine. Flaps to 0, runway turn off lights off, ground spoilers disarmed. So, throttle up to around 50%. There we go. Get that turned off. There we go, and that's Toga. So, 135 is our target for rotate. You see what I mean? We're getting there very, very quickly. So, V1, VR. Positive rate. Gear up. And autopilot on. Flaps to 0. Ground spoilers disarmed. And apparently the cockpit door is still unlocked. Should have locked that already. Oh, look at this. This is a nice view. Let's get the thrust back down because we are overspeeding massively at the moment. So, once we get to 423, I am going to have to tell it where to go, because otherwise it's going to try and cheat and sort of... It will, we're supposed to basically go on a heading of 005, but instead this is going to try and take us straight up. So what I need to do, once we get to 423, I'll put it onto a heading of 005. Is that right? It said it should be a heading of 005. Let me pause and I'll just check again. Yeah, it says it should be a track of 003, basically a 90-degree turn. And then we go to Laku. Okay, well, I'm not going to argue. So now we go to, there we go, heading of 005. There we go. We fly that for 5 miles, I believe. 8. So we've got 8 nautical miles. Really, it would have helped if I'd have put the Toulouse VOR in. Then I could have actually measured the distance to the VOR. But I didn't, because I'm stupid. Why on earth did I dial in 3000 only? Should have dialed in 40,000. Zoomed in far too much. But now we push ourselves. Interesting. Very interesting. Why am I not following the track? I am currently... Right. Let's just level off here. Thank you. And we should also now standardize everything, because I just went a little bit crazy. We'll try and catch back up over here. Ah, that's why, because there was no intercept. So now that we have an intercept point, much better. Okay. So all of that's been done. No, runway turn-off lights haven't been done apparently. The spoilers are apparently not disarmed. I think they are now, aren't they? No? Right, after takeoff. Anti-ice as required, yep, okay. Climbing. Okay, all good. Now it's cruise. So, we'll get intercepted and get back on track. And then I will disappear off, continue the flight, and I'll come back when we are close to a descent point. I will, of course, have to calculate a descent point myself, but that'll be fine. Not too worried about that. So, we're almost there, I believe, in terms of intercept. Yeah, 5 nautical miles until intercept point. Good. And as soon as we've intercepted, in fact we could be climbing now, couldn't we? Don't know why I didn't let him climb. Right, that's landing lights off. Nose lights off as well. And we're climbing a little bit too steeply at the moment, so I do not want to be taking the seatbelt signs off. And look at that, he's intercepted the nav on his own. Cool. So that means we will continue. Roughly 500 nautical miles to go. 15:41 will be the time that we arrive. 15:38 now. Where's our clock? There was one in here. Ah, there was, I'm sure. Ah, there's one. So it says 2 hours 35, but it's definitely going to be quicker than that. So anyway, as we cruise up to this 40,000 feet altitude, I'll leave you to enjoy a little bit of a few bits of I'll leave you to enjoy a few shots of us cruising, but apart from that, I'll just skip most of it. I'll see you in a minute. I'll leave you to enjoy a few shots of us cruising, but apart from that, I'll just skip most of it. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so we are very close now to our descent point. I have calculated the descent. We need to start at 128 nautical miles from target to get down to 3,000 feet. So that is going to be soon. You can see we're at 162. So by the time we get to Rev 2, it's going to be about the right number. What we also need to do is go into Performance and the Descent tab, no, the Approach tab, sorry. So again, you won't be able to see this weather, but wind is 260 at 13. So 260, 260, yep, at 013. Outside air temperature will be 11 degrees. QNH 1013. We will land with comp 3, that should be fine. Radio, let's just double check. So, what am I looking for? I'm looking for this. So, Cat 3, decision height 50 meters, or 50 feet, sorry. So, radio height of 50. The approach 118 should be absolutely fine, not an issue, and yeah, comp 3 will be fine as well. So that is everything put in here now. Obviously, we can't put an approach in, annoyingly, but it's okay. We don't need to start descending just yet. We've got plenty of time to do it. But I will program everything in. So it's 2,500 for the ILS. We do have some altitude constraints on the way. So, where's the little switch gone? There is a switch somewhere around here. There we go. Ah, come on. There we go. So, we're not going to hit that just yet. You can see we've got some constraints, but I don't really know what they are. The 34,000 one is nonsense, to be perfectly honest. In fact, all of these are nonsense, to be perfectly honest. So I did try to delete them, but they don't want to. So we'll just change them to at or aboves. And then that way it will stop, it won't moan at us anymore. Otherwise we're going to try descending at some ridiculous speed. And Roxog as well. We get this bleeping in the cockpit from the cabin crew talking to us, and it's really annoying, to be honest, because if I press this button, for example, they don't go away usually. So let's see if they come back. Yeah. Cabin crew, we're going to give them the before descent. We don't get to hear this though. I looked, couldn't find anything on any of the volumes, which is a bit annoying. I've also programmed in some VORs and some ADFs. I'm not sure if they're going to work properly, but we're now just coming up to Rev 2, which means let's check our descent preparation, weather, landing, blah 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 blah. That's all done. And descent. So we've got an at 10,000. That's fine. For now, then, we will push. Oh, you can hear the engines dial down immediately. And this is us now starting to descend. Great. We are currently, I believe, just over Cherbourg. So we are just about to cross the channel. Don't know if we can see anything from outside. Not really. There's a layer of cloud as you get closer to the UK. This is real weather as well. This is active sky. But yeah, it has of course decided that it's going to follow the real weather, and the real weather is terrible. So this is what we've got, unfortunately. Interesting. I don't usually play with these buttons, to be honest. Probably shouldn't. I did, however, discover these things. Ah, that's for the brightness. Did wonder what they were doing. And that's for the lamps underneath. I couldn't see before. Interesting. I like discovering hidden click spots and things like that. So we're on our way down. Not much to see here. So as we get a little bit closer to our target, we're still currently 110 nautical miles from London. That's the London VOR that I programmed in. So yeah, as we get closer, we will come back. See you in a minute. Okay, so about 50 nautical miles now. We're just coming up to 13,000 feet, which is Hazel. After that, we are basically on the home stretch. We're very close now. Once we get to 10,000 feet, I'll put the seatbelt signs on, which is actually what they suggest here. I know some aircraft, they seem to put it on when you're below, some seem to put it on when you're above. I'm going to stick with 13,000, I think it's a sensible, 10,000, sorry. I think it's, yeah, a sensible place to actually put the Seatbelt signs on. And here we go. We are bringing this lovely A350 home. Here is going to be operating many flights, long haul in general, from Fly UK's base in EGLL London Heathrow. Something I forgot to say completely is that at the top of the screen you'll notice it says Boeing 738. I tried changing that and it doesn't work. It doesn't seem to recognise that this isn't a Boeing 738. I think I had the same problem with the 320, that it didn't recognise it as well. But there we go. That's life, I guess. Something I noticed when I was playing around as well, if we turn on this W button, that, I believe, is where we are actually heading when you take into account the wind. Because you can see we've got wind, sort of a tailwind, but mainly crosswind. And we are pointing this direction, currently around about heading 25. But with the wind component factored in, we're turning further to the right. It's a nice touch. Good to know for landing, I think. Be very helpful for landing. Now, I tried programming in the additional steps on the approach, and I couldn't do it. It didn't recognise any of them. The only one it recognised, it thought was miles away. It was trying to tell me that I needed to fly about 400 miles past Ock to get there, which is not true. Yes, I know, cabin crew. Go away. Oh, I didn't put the start descent on. I'll put the before landing on in a moment. In fact, I'll do the seatbelts first. So, there we go. Get the seatbelt one on. So that's played, and we'll put the before landing one on once we put the seatbelts on, and we're below 10,000 feet. We're getting there very slowly now. So EGLL is 30 nautical miles off in that direction. That will be Heathrow. I don't think we can see it from outside either. Quick check. No. And if I go to tower, I believe this is... No. This isn't EGLL. I don't even know what tower that is. Oh, it just switches as I get closer to one. Interesting. So you can see we're just slowing to the 250 mark. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to slow us down a little bit further to 240. Just to give us a little bit more breathing space for the turn, because this is not the actual route we're doing. This route, we actually need to go to the right, up and around. So that's not the correct route. Right, landing lights on. Seatbelt signs on. Runway turn off lights, we leave them off. Nose lights, we leave them off. Okay, so exterior lights set, seatbelt set. Data check, barrow ref check. So it's going to be 10:13. Oops. So descent monitor, okay. Rate of descent as required, yep. Speed base as required, we don't need them yet. WXR holding pattern as required, so we don't need any of that. Precision approach is what we're doing. Manage speed, yeah. Final approach, this is us. We are not there yet though. We're on our way down to 7,000 at the moment. And we also need to get down to 220 knots, because there is an altitude constraint here. So in fact, we're going to go 10 below that. London Heathrow is over there, just hidden by the pillar. Can't see it out there though. Right, you guys, shut up. Thank you. I always want something. Right, now we've dropped the speed. We can of course start descending a bit, because we've got 5 miles to get down 1,400 feet. So we'll put we'll put the before landing cabin announcement on. But we are almost there now. So as we're at 210, we can also, we should put the, oh wow, sorry, landing systems on both sides, yes. We can put the localizer on. The approach push button, I'm not doing that. Interesting, but it won't let me put the localizer on yet. Okay, so from here we need to turn we actually need to turn this way. Around about 80 degrees I think it is. And we'll keep descending. Vertical speed 900, that should be fine. We can handle that. Get the flaps set to 1. And if we go here into our performance, we can see flap speed can be slat speed. So we can drop our speed right down now. There we go. But I think we're going to have to use some speed brakes to get that out. There we go. Now in a moment we're going to make a turn to 360. These guys were always talking, don't know why. We've got the ILS, that's good. Still dropping speed, but it's a little bit slow. We can get the second set of flaps out. Now that we are not there anymore, let's get this down to 1013. This guy as well to 1013, and of course this guy as well to, you guessed it, 1013. Right, now we turn to a heading of 000 or 360. Our speed is still dropping nicely, so we go to flaps 3 and we'll put the gear down. we're still dropping speed. I think we can now put the speed brakes back in and we'll arm them already. If we have a quick check out the wing, yep, speed brakes are not out, that's good. And Heathrow should be over there. There we go. Just take a screenshot, sorry. It's very important to take screenshots. And in a moment we're going to turn onto a heading of 270, but what I need to do is get us down to our final speed, which is going to be 117. And I also want to get that down a little bit as well. Now we can make the turning to 270. And we should be able to intercept the ILS. In fact, we'll put it as 280. Or 29. But it's basically because I want to intercept the ILS properly. Now if I hit localizer, we haven't yet caught the localizer, but that's fine. Should do soon.
2,500.
Right, and we're now at the correct altitude, which is good. So I'll put the approach, no, we'll put the approach on as well, yep. You need to capture the localizer first though. We're still a little bit far out. We should be on top of it very, very shortly. So, flaps 1, localizer the capture, okay. Flaps 2, auto brake, yes. Let's put the auto brake. Now I thought there was a way of actually controlling what level of auto brake you have. There is in every other aircraft, and I'm sure there is in this one, but there's no option that I could find for it. Ground spoilers arm, flaps 2, ECAM wheel page. So let's go to the wheel page, there we go. Oh, now that landing gear are down, no, doesn't work. Flaps to full, we're ignoring that. Tables, flight parameters check, good. So that's the final approach. Now for landing. Autopilot off. No, we're doing it automatically because this is a brand new aircraft, we want to test it. It looks like we are too high. Right, we've caught the localizer, that's good. But we are not on the glide slope because we came in too high. But we can see the diamond is moving up, so that's good. So we will capture this, not a problem. Right. So automatic is basically nice and easy. Ah, there we go. So we are almost on the glide slope, that's good. Glide slope captured. Brilliant. Oh. Now we just cruise our way in, nice and easy. Oh, there we go, a little bit of an adjustment going on here. You can see we've got quite a big wind component. No, it says it's a headwind. I'm not sure why we're having to adjust. Ah, okay. So because we were off track, we're having to adjust back onto it. Wheels, everything looks fine. Temperature's obviously very cold because we're flying in the air. And yeah, this is it. Almost down. So we'll just monitor it to make sure it flares. That would of course be useful if it does that. These guys should all be sat in their seats. Why are they talking to me? They should all be in their seats for landing. So I've got seats for takeoff. I don't have a seat for landing. Okay. I like this selection though. Onboard entertainment, emergency descent, technical difficulties, cancelled destination, cancelled landing, doors to manual. Anyway, we are now coming in. Need to
500.
put these into manual mode and just quickly check the conditioning. No, it's
400.
pressure. The cabin altitude needs to go to 0. So let's get it to
300.
drop. Okay, let's turn it back onto auto because we've just done something a little bit ridiculous here. That was me messing around, as you could tell.
90, 80,
Probably shouldn't do that at this stage of the flight.
minimum 50, 40, 30, 20, 20, 20,
It's retard.
20, 20,
Oh, that was a bit of a...
10, 10, 10.
We are floating around here. Right. Let's turn the autopilot off. And we will roll out a bit. Perfect. I think we'll take this next taxiway here. Okay. So, yeah. I'm not going to bother following any more of them. What we do need to do though is check the brakes, make sure they're not too hot. 250, that is pretty hot. So we'll put the brake fans on. And that is cooling them ridiculously quickly. I don't think it usually cools them that quickly, to be honest. Right, get the flaps back up. Spoilers off. Blah 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 blah. What do we need? Strobe lights off. Landing lights off. Nose wheel lights to taxi. Runway turn off lights on. Start the APU. Turn the brake fans off. We can go to the APU page. Okay. Start the APU. And we can start taxiing. We need to go to Terminal 3. Doesn't really matter which stand. So, where are we? Right, if we turn to the right, so let me turn off. parking brake. Put a little bit of thrust on, not much. Because this plane is very light, as I said before. We'll put the after landing cabin announcement on as well. So we're going to go around here. And this is just going to take us to Terminal 3 quite nicely. Oh, shouldn't have done that. I was going far too fast when I made that turn. And I don't think I've got enough thrust on, to be honest. Let's put a little bit more. That'll help with these turns. We can also turn off all the landing systems. Yeah, everything has been retracted. We can turn off these as well, the survey systems. They don't need to be on. The APU bleed and APU generator can now come on as well. This is better. This will make turning easier. And we're going to go to Pier 7. I will try and remember to put all these maps I've been referring to up on the screen. Did swing it a little bit too much there, but it wasn't so bad this time. And we will take this left turn and take the first available spot on Pier 7, which is where you can see the Swiss Air and the Kangaroo. That's Qantas, isn't it? So let's just have a quick look. What spots are available? Not very many. Ah, there's one in the middle actually. So we'll grab that one in the middle, I think. Because the traffic just keeps driving. But it doesn't cause us to crash, so that's fine. I'm not too worried about that. On. Now, let's just have a quick look. We are not parked well at all. Look at that. Parking brake on. Right. So let's get the engines turned off. There we go. And if we go here, we can say goodbye. As soon as that's done, we'll do doors to manual. And we'll open them up. Yeah. So doors to manual, we go. So, ground service, doors, open all. Okay, so this 350 is now ready to be used again. So, thank you very, very much for watching. I will see you again soon for another flight. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye-bye.